Working with Shannon was actually really easy, thankfully. I remember, I'm never going to forget the audition. First time we did the audition, I invited Shannon in the room and we just started talking normally about not just the film. We just started talking about vampires and movies we like and stuff like that. And that's when I realized, hey, she actually knows, she has a good knowledge on the genre and she's into like black magic and sorcery and whatnot. And that gave me the confidence as a director. Okay, at least I'm working with a person finally that is into this stuff. Because fortunately or unfortunately, most people in the project were loved working in the project, but they were not as into the horror genre per se or anything regarding that. So it was good to work with someone that actually got it. It was just easier to direct in that sense. So, but yeah, working with Shannon was actually a lot of fun. I think we had a lot of fun on set. She was excited about all the fake blood and the effects and the dancing and all we had a lot of fun on set. It was just a fun experience. We're kind of like kids playing on set. It was fun.
Shannon, what was the most fun scene to film in the whole project?
For me, well, it was all fun. I honestly enjoyed every minute of it. But the best scene to film was the dance scene.
Yeah.
The dance scene was absolutely hilarious. Myself and Michael have 2 left feet. We hadn't a clue what we were doing, how to dance. We just kind of latched onto each other and fell around the place.
Yeah.
Not only that, the song that was chosen.
Not that stupid crow in the background.
There was a little crow in the background and kept making a noise. Exactly.
I don't know what that was.
I couldn't concentrate at all.
Okay.
Because this crow just kept going, mah, mah. I think that was a pretty cool crow noise, actually. But
much better than mine, actually.
Yours was like a mah.
Yeah.
Mine's a softer, more feminine. Anyway, crow. So that was the funnest scene because we were falling all over the place and we were laughing and it took ages to film.
See, that's the thing is that day we literally had 1 day on set to learn how to dance. You don't understand. We had never, and we tried to rehearse it, but we only had I think the day we had about 3 to 4 hours a day to film, or even 5 if we were really lucky.
Yeah.
So rehearsing was so hard, and you were also very busy with your work. So filming, the fact that we managed to even finish this film, it surprised me. Yeah, the dancing scene, it was on film. It looks like we know exactly what we're doing, which is good. But believe me, we just improvised a lot of things.
What was the hardest scene to film, in your opinion?
Hardest scene to film has to be, I think the table scene was pretty hard, right? Yeah, the table scene was really hard because it's one of the larger scenes in the film. Because the film has a lot of sequences, and I think it's the biggest one. And it's very dialogue heavy. But it was really frustrating, really hard actually to get through that. But eventually we did, and going back to it, it's one of my favorite moments in the film. It's very eerie. That's what I wanted. There's a lot of mood in this, especially in the cut coming in October. But yeah, essentially the hardest scene for me was the table scene. How about you?
I'm going to say the table scene as well.
Yeah. For
a number of reasons. It was the first shot that we took together, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously the excitement had kicked in about being on set, and we had all these beautiful candles and there was cards on the table and everything. I was super excited. Because I got excited, I couldn't contain my emotions and I kept laughing, which kept making Michael laugh, and everyone kept laughing. There was 2 things that attracted me to the project. Number 1 is that I myself am a theatre student, so I focus on live stage, live acting, stuff like that. So it intrigued me to kind of work with a film crew on a film set. And when I was younger, actually still now, I was really into black magic and spiritual stuff. The first one of these was, like I just said in the previous question, reading witchcraft books. I also read through the Satanic Bible and Satanic rituals, and then the second thing I did was I created a diary.
Should I be scared?
Possibly. I do know some spells now. I created a diary, and this diary is basically everyday situations but how Aura would overcome these situations. It's one of the best experiences I've had in uni. Actually, through my whole life in the arts. Wonderful makeup, absolutely wonderful makeup. Makeup artist was absolutely lovely.
Mm-hmm.
I met Michael a few times for rehearsals, but there was a lot of people that I didn't know, and I was extremely nervous about acting around. So that it was a very scary but such a rewarding experience.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
Mm.
You know, it's really amazing because it's so collaborative and everybody's doing their part, but it can get really tricky though, and you have to please everybody, and it's not easy. That's what I found out though, but that's good because I think now I'm much more prepared for the next projects that I'm going to be working on. It was a good. It was necessary for me to struggle, I think, with this project rather than just going to the next project with less knowledge. So, yeah, that's about it.
So my last question for both of you: if you could go back to BloodBound and do things a bit differently, what would you have done now, knowing that you know now?
To be honest, I won't change a thing. I think there's. Even with the things that went wrong on set, mostly was during the table scene, which was one day, I won't change a thing because there's something unique about it. Each film I do, a lot of things go wrong, but yeah, man, I think just overall I wouldn't change a thing because it has a very special place in my heart now. The whole thing, which I'm sure I'm gonna look back to and be proud of. I am very proud of it right now, and I'm happy to have people as amazing as Shannon here to work with, and Shannon has been very supportive. Shannon surprised me. She would come up to me and say and talk about Aura. She was so excited about the character, and seeing her get into the character and talk to me about the character overall and seeing her excitement just made me feel much more confident because I'm like, okay, here I am working with someone that's so excited, as excited as I am for the project as a director. So that really helped a lot.
When we were filming BloodBound, I had a lot of other commitments that I didn't actually need to commit to, but I still did. I wish I hadn't have committed to half the stuff that I had done and just focused more on BloodBound. Because it was there was other things that I was committed to at the time that weren't a nice thing to be doing, and to have BloodBound to work on was something really positive.
That's good.
Another thing that I change is I tell myself not to be so worried because the people in BloodBound, some of them became some of my greatest friends, and the whole experience was absolutely amazing. I really had no reason to be worried. So overall, the only thing that I would change was my time commitment to BloodBound. I wanted more time to be there. I remember filming the last one. I was really ill.
Yeah.
I was really ill. I was just devastated when I got home because I knew that was the final shot and that I wouldn't be playing Aura again. So I wish I could have spent more time on it. Cut out some of the commitments and couldn't do it.
Yeah. It's okay, you did a wonderful job though, and that's all that matters.
Thank you.
What was it like working with our fantastic director, Nicle?
It was a wild ride. Michael is one of the most eccentric people I have ever met. He knew what he wanted, and if he wanted something, he was going to get it. But that was a good thing about him being a director, that he was stern and he didn't let anyone keep changing his mind or trying to change his movie. Another great thing about Michael is the freedom he gave me with Aura. I've worked with a few people who wouldn't allow me to do half the stuff that I did with Aura. He was really open to any kind of line changes, if I was speaking, if I was saying the dialogue. He was also very positive, very accommodating. As I said, I had other commitments at the time, and he was very understanding that, some days I couldn't be there, some days I could be there for just about 2 hours. So working with Michael was an absolutely amazing experience. I've learned a lot from him as a director myself, there's things that he's done that I will take with me. For example, the fact of being so open with your actors and letting them do what they need to do to reach that emotional connection with their character. So I will take a lot of experiences from Michael. He's been absolutely top.
Thank you, Shannon.
No problem at all.
Alright, Shannon, Michael, thank you for your time. Hopefully BloodBound will do well, and we will see you next time. Hopefully.
Yes,
Thank you.
don't miss it this Halloween night. Be there, guys.